your extended family. Chimpanzees are one of our closest living relatives. They share most of our genes and many of our emotions. Love, friendship, and trust are essential for all chimps. When these emotions are taken away, how do you give them back? Sierra Leone's chimpanzees are struggling. In a country ravaged by habitat loss, civil war, and Ebola, chimps are not a priority.
Chimpanzees throughout West Africa, which includes Sierra Leone, are in danger. Their numbers are dropping and continuing to drop.
Out of sight, out of mind. The chimps of Sierra Leone could disappear for good. Tacugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary is on a mission to change that. Here in this safe haven, forgotten chimps of Africa are getting a second chance at life. If you're a chimp, the goal is clear. Find your place in a troop and find a way to survive. Hugging the Atlantic Ocean, Sierra Leone lies on the western edge of Africa. Its tropical forest is home to a rich diversity of creatures, including chimpanzees.
When people think of Sierra Leone, they think of civil war, they think of ruthless killings, they think of Ebola. And yes, there are chimpanzees there, and they're an endangered species, but they're not really newsworthy. So, of course, people don't think about Sierra Leone and chimpanzees.
Many are illegally exploited, sold overseas, and kept as pets. Some are even hunted for meat. At Tacugama, the only chimp sanctuary in Sierra Leone, saving chimps is a way of life. Found only in Africa, chimpanzees are highly intelligent social animals. When they stand upright, they can be 4 to 5.5 feet tall. With both arms spread, a chimp's arm length is 1.5 times its height. Just like humans, some go bald with age. They're mostly vegetarian, but chimps will occasionally eat meat. Surprisingly, they're more closely related to us than to gorillas. They share more than 96% of our DNA. It's easy to relate to them, and that can be a good thing. This is Jackie. She's fragile and must be handled with care. The first signs are worrying.
It feels very warm. It's very dehydrated as well.
Jackie is traumatized and confused.
No biting. No. Sit down here. Come on, it's okay. It's all right. Okay, come.
She's not well. A baby chimp this far gone is in real danger of slipping away.
We went straight to the place. We opened the security post, went through, and they're hiding him in a toilet by the security post area. We found him sitting in the sink in the wash and basin. He was sitting there helplessly. Opened the door and he was reaching out to me, and so we just picked him.
It is illegal to kill, capture, or trade chimpanzees in Sierra Leone. Bala Amara Sakaran used to be an accountant. In 1988, he bought a baby chimp he felt sorry for. Then he saved another one. As the babies grew, so did Bala's realization that more had to be done to help them. Inspired by Jane Goodall, he established Tacugama in 1995 to rescue and conserve chimpanzees, a move that changed his life forever.
Dr. Jane Goodall she visits Sierra Leone and she comes to see me. And it was very inspiring spending a week with Jane, understanding what she's trying to do. When Jane left, I think she has planted the seed, and that is how the rest of the life kind of unraveled in front of me.
It's a big responsibility for me, because feeling responsible for somebody's growing passion to look after the chimpanzees means that when he's going through tough times, I'm feeling for him. And once you start, I'm afraid it's like a, it just goes on and on. More and more chimpanzees are brought to your attention. You need staff, you need veterinary care. It's actually a nightmare. But of course, from the point of view of the chimpanzees, it's wonderful.
This is Pose Kamara, or Mama Pose. She works with Bala and has a special connection with baby chimps. Cleaning seems to reassure the youngster.
She was definitely caught and tied on a rope. I can see a rope mark, but thankfully it didn't go through too much. Yeah, it's okay.
Unusual for a baby chimp, Jackie won't drink any milk. The reason is alarming.
I asked them whether they gave any milk or anything. No, never. She doesn't have any milk at all.
Baby chimps rely on their mother's milk for the first 4 to 6 years of their lives. At just under 2 years old and completely deprived of milk, Jackie's life hangs in the balance. For now, all Mama Pose can do is make her comfortable. The weakest don't usually make it. Jackie won't survive unless Pose can get her to start drinking milk. Mama Pose is up early. Her mind might be on last night's events, but she has breakfast to prepare. Tacugama is home to about 80 chimps of all ages and counting. They all come from similar beginnings, but individuals progress through different stages of recovery at their own pace. The goal is to get every chimp functional again, living in a troop, and eventually in a place like this, a 125-acre semi-wild enclosure. To a once chained chimp, this is paradise. It all starts with nutritious milk. Because humans and chimps are so closely related, human baby formula is a good substitute.
Come and take something. Take.
The youngest need milk up to 5 times a day.
This is your breakfast.
Mama Pose has helped raise most of the chimps here. To them, she is mom.
Take your bed. I'm going. This is not for you. You have taken yours.
Tucked away in a corner, 2 babies are just waking up.
Sophie! Sophie, come and take.
Meet Sophie. She's close to a year old and lives with her slightly older roommate, Matilda. Just like newbie Jackie, they are confiscated orphans just beginning their rehabilitation. Babies normally spend the first year in constant contact with their mother. That's where Mama Pose comes in.
Having a foster mother to cuddle you, to teach you, to be there for you is tremendously important, because that's what, of course, a wild chimpanzee mother would do.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Mama Pose will teach them how to be chimps.
I'm going.
Breakfast over, it's time for school. In the wild, baby chimps are carried or ride on their mom for the first 2 years.
Let's go.
They're heading to the forest, not to play, but to learn. You need skills to live in a place like this. And for a chimp, that means climbing. It is essential they strengthen muscles, test their weight on branches, and hone their coordination. A thin branch is perfect. So far, so good. Confidence is a good thing, but too much too soon inevitably leads to a fall. The youngsters tend to play alone, which is not a good thing. Matilda prefers Mama Pose's company. Sophie is at least persistent with her climbing. They're scheduled to join another group of chimps for the next phase of their rehabilitation. But if they want to survive, they need to form a bond with each other first. This is Somebody, an unusual name for a chimp, but Somebody is special. She only has one hand. The other was lost to a hunter's snare when she was young. Now, almost 10, she is a shining example of how chimps can bounce back from tragedy. Somebody is part of a group of rehabilitated chimps that has learned a clever trick. Start with a stick fashioned to your liking. Next, find a comfortable place to sit. Then, get to work. It was once thought that humans were the only species that could make and use tools. But in 1960, Jane Goodall discovered that chimpanzees use sticks to fish for termites. A truly groundbreaking revelation that changed the world's perception of chimps forever. There are no termites here, but there is honey, placed by the caregivers to stimulate the chimps. This encourages the same behavior that occurs in the wild. It's a test of brain over brawn that can often boil over. Some don't ever learn the technique and spend the time harassing each other instead. Attentive onlookers watch in envy. We can't all be the A student. Despite her disability, Somebody is the star. Mama Pose is on her way to check on little Jackie, who arrived last night in a bad state.
Where's your pampers? Why do you remove the pampers, huh? Why do you remove the pampers? Let me see your belly. What is in this belly? Huh?
Against all odds, Jackie made it through the night. But the orphan has not taken a drop of milk, and her health is declining. She could be Mama Pose's biggest chimp challenge yet. First things first, a bath. A warm cloth gets to places even chimp moms can't reach. From eyes to ears and face to feet, it's a head-to-toe service. Tender gestures like this show Jackie that she can trust Pose. Her skinny limbs are weak and need strengthening. A warm-up helps get the blood flowing. Mama is a skilled masseuse. Simple stretches encourage circulation, and prevent further muscle wasting. Jackie's condition is so delicate that even the slightest cold could be fatal. Human chest rub medication warms tiny toes. Anything to keep the chill away. Applying some to Jackie's chest seems to go over well. Now that she's in better spirits, maybe Jackie will take some milk. She's still not interested. What you don't know, you don't miss. And Jackie is unsure of this strange drink. She will not survive if she doesn't try it soon. Something is better than nothing at this stage, and fruit might coax her out of her shell, albeit with a little encouragement.
I know that you want to eat melon. Look at the melon. Look at the melon. The melon is for you. Oh, my dear. Melon is for you.
Singing lullabies, telling stories, being calm and gentle and always the same. I think these are the things that calm infant chimpanzees and restoring its self-confidence.
The melon is for you. Oh, Jackie, Jackie, the melon is for you.
It works. Jackie chows down. Melon with lunchtime entertainment is not too bad. If only these pesky seeds weren't in the way.
The melon is for you. The melon is for you.
But Jackie needs to start drinking milk soon, or she won't survive. Today, Vet Izzy is getting ready for his first appointment. Like all new arrivals, Jackie needs a full examination. Disease could spread through the sanctuary like wildfire, so it is essential that Izzy knows everything about her. Putting any animal under anesthetic is dangerous, and doubly so for a baby. Something Mama Pose knows all too well. Jackie takes a while to go under. She's drowsy, but still holding on. Izzy tries various means of persuasion. At last, she sleeps. Jackie arrived with a high temperature that needed to go down. It's good news.
37.3, which is normal.
Chimps are susceptible to many human illnesses, and TB is a particular concern with all new arrivals. Easily passed from humans to chimps, ex-pets have the highest risk. A small injection in the eyelid is all it takes. They'll know in a few days if Jackie is all clear. Nothing is left unchecked, including poop. If Jackie has parasites, they will show up. Izzy spins a sample in a centrifuge to get a clear picture under the microscope. Blood samples are vital to paint a complete picture of Jackie's overall health. It will take a few days for all the test results to come back.
Just in the nick of time.
Okay, Mama Pussy, all went well. Jackie looks great, and we got everything done in the nick of time before she woke up on her own.
Thank you very much.
You want to go back to Mama? Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yes.
Jackie will stay in quarantine for the next 3 months until she gets the all clear. Only then can she be introduced to other chimps. Monthly visits to Izzy aside, Mama Pose is the only human contact she will have. Jackie is attached to her surrogate mom. Their precious time together forges a bond of trust. It's been a traumatic time for both of them. But now, they sleep. Little Jackie can dare to dream of a place like this, the end goal for all rescued chimps who come here. Large areas of forest at Tacugama are sectioned off to allow fully rehabilitated groups of chimps to live in a natural habitat. Here in this vast semi-wild enclosure is Tito's group. They are elusive, emerging briefly to drink before slipping back into the forest. Dragonflies shimmy in the sun. The males search for the best perches to watch for breeding opportunities. Chasing each other and courting females, the dragonflies put on a graceful performance that has one spectator captivated. On the other side of Tacugama, another creature takes center stage: termites. Winged adults called alates emerge in the thousands to begin new colonies elsewhere. Eruptions like this are too good to miss. Mannequin finches flock to feed on the calorie-rich feast. Blizzards join in. From above, black kites circle to snatch what they can. As quickly as it begins, it's over, and calm returns to the forest. Sophie and Matilda are at the vet's.
Okay, come, we sit over here.
Although out of quarantine, routine checkups ensure good health. Small ailments come and go.
Is she scratching at all?
Yeah, she's scratching.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most common thing would be something like ringworm or another skin fungus. What we'll try and do, let's get her on an antifungal cream.
Okay.
And we'll do that in the morning and in the evening, just a thin amount that you can spread on the affected areas.
Okay.
Oh, Matilda, the runaway.
Matilda's issue is a little more complicated. She occasionally wheezes.
It's definitely coming from between the nose and the chest. Oh. Maybe we can try some decongestants to loosen any mucus that might be in the respiratory tract. The noise, it's not very serious. As long as it doesn't get worse, we're okay. Basically, we just monitor her for any cold, any difficulty breathing, especially going into the rainy season. You know, we usually get some colds.
Yeah.
With nothing to worry about, Mama Pose faces a new challenge. It's time for Sophie and Matilda to go back to forest school. Mama Pose wants to teach the young chimps wild behavior with a twist. Termite fishing with honey, a stick, and a bottle. First, a taste to get them interested. Now it's game on. But this time, they have to work for it.
Come here, Matilda. Matilda, come.
It's all about holding their attention, and Matilda is focused on the task. Sophie, on the other hand, heads for the trees, where she's improved by leaps and bounds. Matilda's not a master yet, but the signs are good. Sophie needs to at least try. She follows Matilda's lead and is back in the game. Sophie may need a bit more coaxing, while Matilda needs to work on her table manners. A welcome vehicle arrives. Food, and lots of it. In a single week, Tacugama's chimps munch their way through a variety of snacks, including nearly 4,000 bananas, 500 pineapples, more than 2,000 mangoes, 3 bags of potatoes, and too many nuts to count. Delivery day is a time of plenty. Chimpanzee babies learn what foods to eat from their mothers. Mama Pose is showing Sophie and Matilda which leaves are good to snack on.
It's nice. Eat it.
Someday they will need to make these dietary decisions on their own, once fully rehabilitated and living in a semi-wild enclosure. Some leaves are toxic, while others serve medicinal purposes. Chimps have been known to self-medicate with certain plants. But not today. This is just lunch, wild style. Up here, Sophie is in her element. She's getting better at climbing every day. Matilda still prefers to stick to Pose. All chimps have different personalities and needs.
The most important thing is being there for that infant. So you see them. They go off, they get a little bit hurt, they fall. What do? They run to their foster mum. And the good foster mum will cradle that chimp and soothe it and provide it with the physical, but also the psychological support that's so very important.
The babies are fascinated by Mama Pose's belt. The common interest seems to inspire Matilda to make a move. She leaves Pose and hugs Sophie for the first time. This is a sure sign they are bonded. With each other's support, they can now be introduced to a new troop of chimps. Chimps can learn how to use various tools and then pass on those skills. One-handed somebody's group is particularly advanced. They termite fish for fun and, confronted with hard palm nuts, find rocks and stones to use as hammer and anvil. Doesn't take long for them to find their rhythm. Tonight, Mama Pose is in the milk room. Jackie's still refusing to take a drink. The situation is serious, but Posey can only do so much. Tender support is vital for Jackie's state of mind.
For why? You have to give it.
Her eyes are open, but she's fading away.
For why? You have to give it. For why?
She's eaten fruit, but milk is what her delicate body really needs. As hard as Posey tries, the desperate baby refuses. They have no choice but to try again tomorrow. Time is running out for little Jackie. In the early morning sun, Jocko Jr. sticks close to his mom, Jerry, the leader of a ladies-only club. Jocko's dad died before he was born. Less than a year old, Jocko is the only male in this troop. All female chimps are put on contraception to prevent breeding, but sometimes it doesn't work. Luckily, Jerry has turned out to be a terrific mom. Grooming is essential to chimp life. It removes dirt and parasites, calms nervous chimps, and enhances bonding. With milk on tap and a taxi service at his beck and call, Jocko Jr.'s life seems perfect, but it's not. When food is out, it's every chimp for him or herself, and he's having a hard time getting his fair share. What he does grab is quickly stolen. This isn't working. He needs a hiding place for his bounty, and he knows the perfect spot. It's a secret den, the perfect place to stash toys and snacks. As long as they can't see him, his treasure is safe. It's wise to keep a lookout. Each time he returns to his den, he makes sure he isn't followed. But hanging around the entrance is a bad idea. Too late. Busted. Chimps are great with their hands. They have opposable thumbs that allow them to grip like we do, and also use them to knuckle walk. With both hands full and Jocko Jr. to carry, Jerry could use an extra set of hands. There's only one thing to do: get up and walk. Now that Sophie and Matilda have each other's backs, it's time to integrate them into a small group. They're going to meet 3 other chimps for the first time. The 3 are older and bolder, so Posey brings colleague Manso to help. A meet and greet is a delicate situation. It could be too much for Sophie and Matilda. They might panic or get bullied, but they have to try. The older trio head straight for the trees. All 3 girls climb very well. Their confidence knows no limits, and they dine at the top table. Sampling the forced menu, they are comfortable living the high life. Sophie and Matilda stick to Mama Pose, but they're not panicking. Once they're noticed, the boisterous bunch begins to flex their muscles.
No, leave them, leave them. Leave them. No, stop that.
Chimp society is governed by a hierarchy system, so little power struggles now may impact the social structure later on. One of the older chimps is quick to put Sophie in her place. A forearm grab brings another one down. Tempers start to flare. Far from being intimidated, Sophie and Matilda up their game. Sophie gives it her all. Mama Pose takes glancing blows at the center of the mayhem. 5 become 4 as Matilda heads to the trees for a breather. Normally a reluctant climber, the rumble in the jungle triggers her instincts. The excitement is a bit too much for one youngster who makes a sneaky exit. Sometimes you need to know your limits. The rough and tumble pays off. Sophie and Matilda play with the boisterous bunch away from Mama Pose. It's a remarkable transformation. These 5 chimps may form a troop one day. Sophie and Matilda still need a mother's touch, but this is a new chapter in their young lives. For now, things should be looking up. In quarantine, Jackie's refusal to drink milk is taking a toll, and the team is running out of ideas. It's down to one last-ditch effort to keep her alive. Jackie's sweet tooth might be the key to getting her to drink vital milk. Honey is perfect for disguising the taste. The honey trick is working. It's a life-changing step forward for a chimp baby near death. But Jackie's not out of the woods yet. She needs to put on weight and is still waiting for the make-or-break results of her health check. In the semi-wild enclosure, another little someone is attracting attention. A new baby, Sonia. Tito's troop of fully rehabilitated individuals is living as natural a life as they can. Babies galvanize chimp society, changing the dynamics overnight. The mother-daughter bond is cemented for life. Support, protection, and education for Sonia all rest on Susie's broad shoulders. More than one male may think Sonia is theirs, a shrewd move on Mom's part to ensure they are both protected. In quarantine, Jackie had a medical exam to check for contagious illnesses, including TB, that could have a devastating effect on the rest of the chimps here. The results are in.
So Jackie's doing great. TB test after her health check is negative after the 96-hour window that we want to make sure there's no suspicious reaction. So that's all clear. She was weak, dehydrated, a bit emaciated, but now that she's taken to, the TLC that we're giving her here, she's definitely put on some weight, and she's eager to take every feeding.
Jackie still has to finish quarantine, but her transformation is incredible. She's gulping down whole bottles of milk, and the liquid lunches have dramatically improved Jackie's health.
Finish.
Now she's noticing everything, ants in particular. Just as popular with chimps as termites, they're a source of protein that's worth the effort. Jackie may have newfound confidence, but me time with Mama Pose feels as good as ever. When Mama Pose has work to do, Jackie, amazingly, hangs out on her own. She's out of her shell and enjoying life. Jackie knows where Pose is, and that's enough to reassure her.
Come, let's go now. Come this way. Jackie, come. Okay. Come this way.
But sometimes Jackie's fresh independence tests Pose's patience.
Come, take mango, this for you. Come.
She might always have one eye on Mom, but it's conveniently turned when it's time to come inside. Jackie's sweet tooth eventually gives in, and Mom can finally put her to bed.
Take mango. Take. Why do you remove the pampas?
Turning Jackie's life around is a huge achievement for Mama Pose. Her extraordinary connection with baby chimps has saved many.
That's why we mix up.
Even as they grow up with their own kind, they never forget her. To each of them, she will always be Mom. At Tacugama, the forgotten chimps of Africa have a fighting chance. There's still a long way to go to ensure their long-term future in Sierra Leone, but Bala's passion burns as bright as ever.
The dream to put the chimpanzees back in the wild, the Tacugama chimps, is still something in my head all the time. There's no life without hope. You got to keep hoping for it, but then hope without hard work doesn't take you anywhere. Everybody has a dream. What is different is we are following our dream. We want to make sure the dream comes true, so we are working hard towards that.
I really take my hat off to him and his staff for the tremendous work that they've done.
In the corner of the sanctuary, a gentle song rises above the trees.
I go tap my foot for you. I go clap my hands for you. Tap, tap, tap your hands.
New arrival Jackson finds comfort in the arms of Mom.
I go tap my hands for you. I go clap my hands for you.